God brought our people to this land not to die, but to live. My baby boy's gonna live. So we have to ask the question, what is faith? It's providential. I did not plan this. I'm not clever enough that our catechism asked the question, what is true faith? It's one of those superintending providences of the Lord, okay? I'm not that clever. Why does the author of Hebrews call this an act of faith? Because Jochebed acted as if the promises of God were true. She acted as if the promises of God are true. If you have been promised by God that a boy from your line will live and break the curse, and you lay your baby boy in a river, you are knowing. You're not wondering. You're not wholly hoping for the best. You are knowing that God's promises are true. Part of, I think, what gets us confused in the faith-work dichotomy is that the Bible does not describe faith as a leap into a void or some gap that fills in the knowledge of what we know for sure and what we cannot know. That not even close. That idea of faith as a leap comes from a Danish philosopher named Søren Kierkegaard, and that's not even what he meant by a leap of faith. Before it ever took on these religious connotations, the word faith meant a trusting confidence. A trusting confidence, fide, faith. You put your money into a bank, a safe, or a mattress, and not the street corner, because you have fide, that it will be underneath your mattress and not at the street corner. You believe that and you act as if that's true. That's faith. Jochebed can act as if the promises of God are true because she's already seen God act through her uncle Joseph. She's already seen God keep his promise. So how does this faith grow? How does Jochebed's faith grow? How does our faith grow? God allows our faith to grow through trials so that we would have an ever-increasing amount of trustworthiness in his promises. His first call on your life is not to be laying down your child in the Nile River, making a waterproof basket for that child. That's not the first thing he's going to ask you to do. Instead, in an ever-increasing but always gentle cadence, he's going to gently expose for each of us our misplaced confidence. Always asking our soul, who do you say that I am? Is there only one God in your heart? Like a toddler learning to walk, the Christian grows in faith by getting on the other side of a trial and recognizing God was faithful here. And the next trial comes, I can have confidence that God will get me through this one as well. Again and again and again. Jochebed's trust, her faith, allows her to act as if God's promise is true. She lays her son down in the river. Jesus himself entered the most desperate of situations to redeem all desperate situations to himself. Look at our text again, verse 3. When she could hide him no longer, she took for him a basket made of bulrushes, daubed it with bitumen and pitch. She put the child in it, placed it among the reeds. We are going to see some intense connections between the Lord Jesus Christ and Moses right here. Moses' mother delivers him from the judgment of Pharaoh by building him a basket, in Hebrew, tebah. That's the same word that another vessel of deliverance in the book of Genesis is used, an ark, where God commands Noah to build an ark. And in fact, Moses definitely wants us to draw these connections because these are the only two occasions where he uses this Hebrew word. Nowhere else in the Bible, right here and in Genesis 6, that's where he uses them. Moses wants for us to draw these parallels. Even Jochebed's action of sealing the basket is reminiscent of God sealing the ark around Noah to keep him safe in Genesis 6:14. Guys, this is a desperate situation. Jochebed is at the end of her rope. She's at her wit's end. She's out of resources. It's possible the baby's cries are louder. She can no longer hide him. We don't know everything, but she clearly has to trust what her grandfather, uncle, and her dad taught her. God brought our people to this land not to die, but to live. My baby boy's going to live.